We've been sharing the stories of veterans who took part in the inaugural Oklahoma Warriors Honor Flight.
And while it is the veterans who are the honored guests, Fox 25's Phil Cross tells us how even those serving say the whole experience leaves a lasting impact on them as well. This is a story you'll see only on Fox.
On the steps leading to the tomb of the unknown soldier, these former soldiers are not just paying their respects to the generations of warriors that preceded them, but they're receiving the respects of all those they pass. They come from different branches of service during different wars, but they all share a common bond, like Ed Palomares. He joined the military when he was just 17, living in Hawaii.
I just decided, it was time for me to do something that was good, not running around on the street and so forth, so I joined the service.
Palomares served in Korea and Vietnam. One of his first stops in D.C. is to visit the grave of Audie Murphy, America's most decorated World War II combat veteran, who went on to be a hero of the silver screen. Each stop is special for its own reasons. For Michael Jones,
left there in August of '73.
The Air Force Memorial brings back memories of Vietnam and working to make sure planes stayed in the air.
Sometimes have over 100 airplanes on frequency going up north.
For others, it isn't just the memorials, it's the experience.
I've been to all these places before as more of a spectator. Now I feel coming with the group, I feel more a participant.
Jerry McNichol served in the Navy during Vietnam. He was assigned to SubPac, or the submarine force of the U.S. Pacific Fleet.
I served on the USS Perry out of San Diego, and then went to school at Great Lakes, and then was transferred to Pearl Harbor, and I worked on submarines, just about every submarine in the Pacific Ocean at one time or another.
On any honor flight, each veteran has a guardian, someone to help out throughout the day. Some guardians are family, other guardians become family. Jerry McNichol's guardian is Fox 25's Jeff George, but it doesn't take long for either of these men to realize they weren't paired by accident. You see, Jeff's dad was also a Navy man who served during Vietnam. Jeff's dad died a little over a year ago, but on this day, with a fellow sailor, he felt a little bit closer.
I know he was here with me today. You can feel it, and when you're at these memorials, it's spiritual. You get that feeling you're a small part of something really big and really amazing.
Jerry took what he learned in the Navy and turned it into a lifelong career.
I think it'll surprise you. A lot of people have come out of the service knowing what you're going to do for a living and probably changed their whole life.
Jeff, too, went from a military meteorologist to serving civilians as Fox 25's chief meteorologist. He's now back in the National Guard, continuing his weather work for Oklahoma's Guard pilots. Jeff is just one of the dozens of volunteers making the day a once-in-a-lifetime experience for these veterans. Many of the men and women on this trip never received a welcome home after their service. Flight leader Wayne Perigo knows that all too well.
It's a passion. My dad was a Vietnam veteran, and he actually was going on the first flight as me as the director, and he passed away 10 days before the flight.
Perigo says the trip to D.C. provides more than just a simple thank you for their service.
Getting to see the smiles, getting to see the guys at the Vietnam Wall. A lot of them will go and they'll come and they'll cry, and they get closure. They get closure on stuff.
The final leg of the trip is the way home, where mail call happens. Packages of thank you notes, some from family, some from school children, like the little boy who included superhero band-aids for the men he calls his heroes. But there's still one final surprise. A welcome home.
Got a handshake, said welcome home, and on behalf of a grateful nation, thank you.
Perhaps the words do exist to describe this experience, but those words will have to wait, because because the heroes are home. Phil Cross, Fox 25 News.